Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm doing the new Baby Metal today, and I want to start off quickly by just giving a quick disclaimer. For those of you who saw me do the rondo, I did get a few comments from people about my comments about the bass, and nobody was mad, nobody was being mean. I just want to be clear. I thought that the bass solo in the Musician's Mischief Madness, whatever the intro was, it was a very, very good solo. It was very technically good. A 6-string bass, as people pointed out, not a 5-string. It was a very impressive solo. It just felt out of place to me, right? Obviously, I didn't arrange the music. I'm not, I haven't looked at how they wanted it to be. I wasn't there for the discussions of how are we going to make this sound? What are we going for? So it's just my opinion, right? It's just the way I heard it. And I thought, you have these two really, really distorted, heavy solos. And then you have this really jazzy, clean bass solo. And it just felt out of place to me. So I just want to be clear. I thought it was a great solo. I just felt like it was... It just felt like it needed something to me. But that's the past. Today, we're dealing with the present. Before I get into it, a few things. As always, like and subscribe. Helps me out. I appreciate it. There are some people waiting for me to hit a certain number of subscribers, so I'll do a video for them. So help them out. Get me to 4,500. I am not a professional. I do not speak Japanese, so I assume the lyrics will be in English. Or there'll be subtitles, I guess. I mean, this is a lyric video, so I assume I'll be able to read it, but there's no guarantee of that. We'll find out together. And please don't be a dick. That's my number one rule. People have been pretty good about it. I really appreciate that. I just want to keep it a friendly place for people to enjoy music and chat, right? I don't want this to be a place where people are coming in to get mad and have a fight. I don't like doing that. You'll notice that I do not clickbait. I don't say outrageous things to get people's attention. I don't like doing that. I don't think it's honest. So if we can just keep it a friendly place for everybody, that's what I want. With that said, I do have today I'm drinking a white mocha. This is espresso with a bunch of milk and some sweetener. And with that out of the way, let's get into it. This is Monochrome by BABYMETAL.
日まで感じていたいぬくもりでさえも You don't have to say, you don't have to say 冷めてしまうからあのモノクロの花火なら僕らは虹色で描こう夜空をラグナロクの黄昏に僕らは何を見てるの長い長い夜だってやがて朝は来るからモノクロの花火なら僕らは虹色で包もう世界を笑って
I'm actually going to leave it on this pretty screen at the end here. I really like this one. One of the things I like about a good metal song, and not every song requires this to be good, certainly. There are plenty of songs that I like that don't like have this element, but a song where you don't have to know the song ahead of time to figure out where to headbang, right? If you like this is the first time I listened to this song, but if you listen to it and watch my head, right, watch my body move, I can't anticipate the beat with this one, right? I can tell there's going to be a, like I don't know, 2/3 of the way through the song, right? There's a little bit of a pause where everything drops out and you've just got the vocal, and then it's all coming back in right as soon as that vocal ends, and you're going to have all the instruments are going to come crashing back in. I like songs that do that because it's this natural rhythm that you can feel. It's easy to get into a song like that because you can predict. I talked about this a while back. I don't remember what video it was on, but I was talking about how they'd done studies on pop music. And one of the reasons people like pop music is because it is so predictable, right? You can generally predict either the next note or where the beat is going to be, or when it's going to go from verse to chorus. That stuff tends to be pretty formulaic, which I don't necessarily love, but your brain gets a reward when you guess right. And it's the same thing with this, right? It doesn't limit itself to pop music. It is when you can guess what's coming next. Your brain rewards you with a little bit of dopamine because I guess as humans we just like to be right. I mean that seems to be what it comes down to. So when I'm listening to this song, I can hear where it's going to go. I can feel it. I can feel where the song is going, and I can anticipate it, right? And so then I don't really dance. You're not going to catch me. You might see me at a rave, but I'm not like shuffling or whatever. But like at a metal show, I can headbang along because I can feel where it's coming. I feel comfortable anticipating it. So that's kind of long-winded, but I really do enjoy that this song had that predictability. Also, the drumming. I always come back to drumming, and from what people have been telling me, drumming is very important in Japanese music. So It just seems to be a thing that they prioritize, which is fine with me because I love good drumming. The beginning, right, the intro, when you had those nice double kick runs, I love a good fast double kick. I don't necessarily need it for a whole song, right? There are metal bands out there that are just, I would call them inaccessible. They're very talented, like the musicians are very good, but at a certain point when you're playing just to see how fast you can play, sometimes you lose some of the soul of the music, I think. And while I don't want to take anything away from the skill, right? Because being able to play a kick drum at like 180 BPM is very, very impressive technically. Sometimes you lose anything but the technical, I think. And so when you get those like little machine gun bursts where it hits and then it's out, right? It goes back to a more standard time signature or back to a more standard speed for the kicks, and then it hits again where you get that little run. That I like because you're not overusing an effect, right? I really like the vocals on this. I think they were really, really pretty. The lyrics I'd have to watch a couple more times. I was following along, but I was also listening and trying to put together some of my thoughts while I was listening, so I didn't get all the lyrics necessarily. Monochrome firework, that's interesting imagery. I like that. So I did get some of the lyrics, but I'd have to listen to it a couple more times to really get a firm sense. But I'm willing to do that because I like this song. I really like the vocalizations. I think that's really effective. One of my favorite things with metal music, and I may have to go and find an old Motionless in White song to do. I was big into Motionless in White for a while. I saw them 3 or 4 times. One of the things that they did, at least early on, is they would have these, breakdowns or drops or whatever you call them. And then a lot of times they'd put this really high sort of eerie synth sound over the top, or a siren or something, right? And I think that sort of a delicate, really high tone over really aggressive, really brutal, like guitar and drums or, whatever, right? A breakdown is typically, everybody's down-tuned and the song slows down and you got this chugging sort of effect. And then you've got this really high-pitched tone, really delicate, that sort of dances over the top of it. I really enjoy that juxtaposition, right? I really enjoy that contrast between the super heavy, super dark, very, very, like, chunky, right? Really, I'm using words to describe sound, but, like, really thick sounds, right? Muddy. And then you've got this really delicate, over the top. And that's what her voice is like that kind of always, I think. She just has sort of a high, delicate voice. But those vocalizations at the end of the chorus, those really got me. I think that's enough. I really like this one, as I've said. I really like this song. I'd have to go back and listen to the other new one to see which I prefer. But so far, the 2 new ones are my 1 and 2 so far. I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, subscribe. It's free. It's free. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel good about spending my time doing this. And it doesn't cost you anything. Have a good day, everybody. Stay safe out there. Drink lots of water. And don't talk to cops.